And one of my favorite things about your accounts is what you just did in your answer, your vulnerability. So someone at your level, most professional athletes, maybe they'll share some struggles here and there, but they won't go deep into their mindset, the self-doubt, the anxiety, the past depression, or even current, the injuries that they've battled through, and how they've managed it. And you never use anything as excuse in any way. You just write live and where you are authentically. And I am quite confident that you are actually just speaking a truth that most people are not willing to admit, and because they'd rather project confidence or kind of speak something into reality, and then not acknowledge what it is to be human, which is to have all of these thoughts, work through them, learn how to manage them, and then seek support where you can. And your account, you see your evolution in some of these arenas, and how it relates to your life professionally and personally. And it's so interesting because that kind of vulnerability is uncommon. Have you always been that way, or was that therapy? Was that writing? Where did that come from?
First of all, thank you. That's a very nice compliment. I don't know. I think I do a good job of like separating the art from the artist a little bit to like I'm like I can be like vulnerable in a piece of writing and then like that's not like my whole like I don't like see my newsletter as like my whole extension of myself. It's like this is like I'm telling a story about something that I did go through and like these things that I struggled with. And I mean, I guess part of it is like I just feel like there's so much bullshit out there, especially in combat sports where everyone's just trying to be tough. Where I'm like in my head, I'm like, what if I can be vulnerable and then beat the guy who thinks he's tough? I'm like, that would be sick. Like just like be honest and then like still be like match honesty with competence is kind of the objective. Because I want like a younger version of me to be like, oh, this was like this person is not, you can tell they're not bending to be like everybody else in the sport, because one thing I think about like with jujitsu or just like the world in general, like we don't need more men, especially who are just like putting up fronts and not like open with each other or not sharing struggles and like, because I think a lot of men think that like if you're vulnerable, then that means like you're a bitch or whatever, which is like kind of not the case. I think like there's a like yes, if you are like wallowing all the time and I'm like I'll definitely say like I'm being a bitch if I'm being a bitch, because I have those days. But like for the most part, like you can have human emotions and overcome them and transcend them. It's like it's not so much about never having a bad day. It's more about like can you keep moving forward.